Hey Scorps, welcome to 8 of Cups Tarot. I'm just doing a really quick check-in, mid-month April reading. 4 of Cups. There's something you're not seeing, Scorp. Some complacency, maybe some boredom. Grass looks greener on the other side, doesn't it? Wanting to take a leap of faith. Wanting to let go. Current energy, Knight of Cups. Wanting to make an offer of love. Where are we going with this? That's too many. Oh my. Oh my. Okay. I guess I'm taking it. Scorpios, what are you doing? I love you guys. I love you guys because there's always drama. I like it. Okay, so let's take a look at this. First of all, I think it's funny because everyone is under such tremendous transformation energy, right? Like we're all going through huge changes. Huge. And some of us, most of us, I think, are not really good with changes, you know? I mean, change is hard. Having to do things different is hard. Even just not going to work and working from home, just that change in routine, you realize it takes so much out of you to readjust, right? But Scorpio, it doesn't. Scorpio is like, oh, cool. I get to rewrite the story. I get to recreate all of it. You know, I think Scorpio can be a real example to everybody of how you could just decide one day to let it go and do it differently. But the problem with the Scorpio is that they don't like it when other people want to do it differently. And there's something here about a Scorpio getting exactly what they deserve. Which is a good long look in the mirror. Let's talk about it. Scorpio, I don't know why, but I feel like someone played you at your own game. That's how I feel from this. You know, sometimes Scorpios need something intense. And so they go out and they create something intense for the moment. Knight of Cups. For the moment. They may act or portray themselves as so in love at first sight. And they may not realize the consequences that comes with that kind of action. If they don't think about how their actions affect others, there's a real harsh lesson that's going to be learned. Because when you tell somebody that you love them, but you don't intend on loving them at all, and you say you want this with them, but really all you wanted was this with them, well then ultimately, when they tell you the truth, you're going to change your mind. You're going to want to fight for this. But you can't. Won't work. Too much karma. Didn't learn your lesson. So, you got to get here. This is where you got to get. You're in this cycle of falling in love and running away, being exposed because you're trying to secure the next greener, greater thing before the first thing even knows it's dying on the branch. You're already entertaining replacements, but the thing is, someday you're going to lose something or someone, and you're going to want them back. And the thing is, the funniest part is that it's not even really that they won't want you back. It's that you won't be able to attract them back to you because you won't feel like you're worth it. Because you'll be stuck thinking of all of the ways you messed up your entire life by not seeing what you really had in front of you. And you could stay here for a really long time. Some people stay here for months. Some people stay here for years. I think we all know at least one or two people that have stayed here for way, way too long. But that's karma. That's your karmic debt. Because you didn't want to break the cycle you were supposed to break with this person. I like this Knight of Swords. I like it. I like it because he talks to me about second chances. He talks to me about doing it differently this time. He talks to me about how he knows that as soon as he realizes that no matter how bad he messed up, or she, no matter how bad they messed up, they could fix it as soon as they believe they can fix it. As soon as they believe they deserve forgiveness, they'll get it. But first they have to believe it. When they believe it, Then they get what they want. Then they learn the lesson in all of the ways in which they chased and messed around with the wrong person, because ultimately they were too afraid to get emotionally invested from the get-go, and it never has anything to do with the other person anyways. You know, if you're being rejected by a Scorpio, or if you were rejected, or if you found out that you were in a third-party situation, it's not because you weren't good enough for the Scorpio. It's not because you weren't perfect or pretty, or no. In fact, the more perfect you are, the more scared this person's going to get. And the quicker this person's going to look for something else to run towards. It's like a survival instinct. It's like knowing that the second that you're vulnerable, somebody's going to break your heart, and you better have a soft place to land. That's what Scorpios do. There's an element in them that they have to evolve out of. And that's an element of preparing a soft landing, because ultimately they know everything is going to fall apart. But you don't have to live like that. You could just be in that soft landing forever. You could just stay there, you know? That's the thing, though, the Scorpios, they don't know. They don't even know what that wish fulfillment is. It's too scary to think about that level of success and emotional fulfillment. But somebody does. Somebody definitely lights a fire in you. Something wakes you up. Realize that you got to change something real big in yourself. You got to change how you feel about yourself. You got to change what you deserve. You got to change your idea of the outcome so that outcome can get to you. You know, this is all about doing that hard work. Now, you could beg forgiveness and go back with this person, or you could just relive this pattern with the next person. It doesn't matter. The universe is just going to keep handing you these people. And I think each person, it's going to get harder and harder and harder to swallow the pill that you're the one who keeps self-sabotaging yourself. You're the one who keeps ruining all of these dreams come true because you don't think you deserve it. But you've got a reading where you pulled the 10 of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune, and the Justice card, and the Empress, and the Fool, and the 4 of Wands. So you have all of the things in your life right now that could make it the best life you've ever imagined, and you are just not aligned to it. And so I tell you, practice appreciation. Understand the mirroring effect. If you try to stay cold and not be emotionally involved with people, then you cannot sit around and wonder why they do not want to be emotionally involved with you. What you see is what you get in others. There could be situations in which you may have acted inappropriately, only to find out your partner was doing even worse behind your back. Because you realize that your thoughts are creating your reality, and the universe is trying really hard to explain that to you. You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Whatever that means to you, I just get this feeling that somebody very significant is teaching you lessons, and you know, it's not about running away now. That's not the answer this time. It's not about going and seeing the next easier thing until that gets hard too. It's about facing it, understanding it, learning from it, and growing from it. It's about staying right where you are, showing this person your warts. They'll show you theirs. It'll be totally disgusting and adorable, and that's exactly what Scorpio needs. You would just damn allow it. Twelfth house, escape. It's all about not running away right now, Scorpio. You might be alone. Yeah. You might have to be alone for a little while. You might have to be separated from this person while you really learn this lesson and work on these subconscious themes that are holding you back. And realizing that, you know, subconsciously you're creating your outer world, 10th house, the world. You know, you have an important job to do. We all do in this lifetime. And how good are you doing your job if you're stuck in your head, in your ego? It's time to get deeper. It's time to face facts. It's time to grow up a little bit. It's a lot of acceptance and then forgiveness. You have that full moon in your 12th house. Might have brought some stuff to light, maybe about an affair. Maybe something came out. And that super sucks. It really does. But it's something that you have to deal with. Because ultimately it brings change. It brings change. And that's what you need right now. Lunar eclipse. Change. All right, Scorps. So that's a lot of energy. Take it easy on yourself. You know, self-love, all that jazz. Be good to your loved ones. I'll check in some way, shape, or form next Monday, and then we will begin working on your May energy readings. Until then, man, keep it chill, kind of, and I don't know. Let yourself feel. Let yourself feel stuff. All right, Scorpio. Take care. Bye.